It's been quite a few years, and it's funny because I don't remember, when did you leave Detroit? Because I know you've obviously been a national.
2008.
2008.
Years, can you believe that?
11 years.
So you
sometimes it feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
So Danny, you were a baseball insider during the glory days of Buddy Powell, Larry Parrish, and Phil Garner. Now, you know, the Tigers are pretty much as bad as they were back then.
Back to that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what, though? I mean, look, there were a lot of years in that time where not only was it bad, but there was really no hope of any future. There wasn't really until only a few decent years, but until 2006, there really wasn't any kind of future. I don't want to say that now there's a great future right on the horizon, but I think this is probably a necessary step that they had to take. And look, teams aren't just good for year after year after year, every single year. And they had a really great run from 06 to, what do you want to say? A couple of years ago, 3-4 years ago, 2-3 years ago. And I know everybody's going to say they never won the World Series. And that's unfortunate because that era of Tiger baseball deserved to have a championship. They had great players. In a lot of ways, you could say better players than the team that won the championship, at least at the top level, better players. I don't know if anyone, there aren't too many players in Tiger history who've done better in their careers than Justin Verlander and Miguel Cabrera. And that says a lot given all the great players that the Tigers have had over the years.
Would it be fair to say that they would have somehow figured out a way to sign Scherzer, the period would never have happened?
I think that's probably too simple because I don't know that the rest of the team around him would have been good enough. Obviously, look at what Max Scherzer has done since leaving there. He was great in Detroit, but what he's done since leaving there is probably at another level beyond that. And had he done that for them, they would have been better, and they might have won right after he left if he had stayed, because he could have been that much of an impact. But at some point, I think the rest of their team just wasn't going to be good enough because of the age of the contracts, and they probably were going to be forced to be in this stage anyway.
I'm talking to Danny Knobler. He has a new book out called Unwritten: Bat Flips, The Fun Police and Baseball's New Future, which obviously is 100% timely, Danny, because baseball's embracing this let the kids play. That was their motto, and they just had this big commercial rollout for the start of the regular season. I saw you on the MLB Network with Brian Kenny, and you talked about the Batista bat flip against the Rangers back in the playoffs. Was that the genesis of this book? Was that where you kind of got the idea? Because that is the bat flip heard around the world.
Yeah, it really was. It really wasn't that flip heard around the world. I think it's maybe a little more than just that led us to do this, but that helped because it not only was the bat flip talked about then, but of course what happened a year later when the Rangers went to get their revenge and not only threw it at Batista with a hard-throwing reliever Matt Bush, but also then he goes in hard to second base and Odor punches him, and obviously that became such a huge moment in baseball and talked about and unwritten rules, and it was so interesting to discuss it because people had different opinions. But I think you're right about baseball embracing the new era, and obviously I started working on this book before that promotional theme started from MLB, but I think they were seeing the same trend that I was seeing and that I wanted to write about, which is that the game has become A, younger, B, more international, and that those two things have helped make it that there's a difference in how the unwritten rules are accepted, and that there's more flair certainly shown in the game, but also accepted in the game and embraced in the game than there was even 10 years ago.
I think Jamie and I both agree with that first one. We like celebrations and things like that. What bugs me, and I think it does you too, Jamie, is some of the long-standing unwritten rules that people just go so nuts over. Like, you know, if you have a big lead, bunting is sacrilegious, or stealing with a big lead. I mean, is that ever going to change?
I think some of that's changing already. I know when I quote some players in the book. I know Yadier Molina told me he doesn't get upset. He's obviously a catcher who's very proud of his statistics, doesn't get upset. And if you want to run, you run, and I'll try to throw you out, basically. But I don't think it will change completely. And one thing that I talk about a lot in the book, and that I believe in a lot, everything, all the unwritten rules, the good ones, the bad ones, however you see them, come down to an interpretation really of one word, and that word is respect.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball people talk about respecting the game, respecting your opponents, respecting the uniform. And to do that, you need to, what it comes down to is, what do you think showing respect means? And for a long time in baseball, showing respect to your opponent has meant don't run up the score. I think people look at football, there's similar things. Do you throw long passes when you have a 3-touchdown lead in the fourth quarter? Many coaches would say no, some obviously say yes. And in baseball, you come down to the same thing. Now, I do think there are times where you're just trying to show somebody else. And I think that is probably a little bit beyond. That probably shouldn't happen.
Let me ask you about one that happened here in
Yeah.
Detroit. It was after you stopped covering the Tigers, but I know you remember this incident.
Yeah.
Verlander against the Angels. He's throwing a no-hitter in the 8th inning, and Eric Ibar bunted for a base hit. And Verlander was kind of cheesed about that afterwards. But I thought it was a good baseball play because I think it was a 2-0 game. It was a close game. It clearly ruffled Verlander's feathers. It threw him off a little bit. And Ibar got on first base. And at that point, it was a very big run in that game. Can you bunt to break up a no-hitter in the new baseball?
Yes, you can in that situation.
Okay.
If you can, I don't think you should if it's 8-0.
Right.
But if it's a 2-0 game or 1-0 game, you need to get on base to do it. You're going to start. You have a chance to start a rally that ties the game, wins the game for your team. Of course you can. I think, and part of it, I think it depends on two things. It depends on, well, three things. One, the score, as I said. Two, who you are. If bunting is a part of your game, that's what you do. And the other thing is, are they shifting against you? Because if you're going to play a shift against me, if you don't want me to bunt, don't play a shift.
Right.
So I think that also figures into it. But and I think that comes now. Is it allowed? There's going to be some pushback. I don't think there's any question. Some managers, some pitchers are going to see that as being disrespectful, and you might get thrown out. Other managers will probably say, no, that's fine. and actually, Verlander, I quote Verlander in the book. There was a game in Seattle, I don't remember which year, but somebody bunted against him. And he hadn't given up. It was the first hit. And actually, I think the Mariners ended up coming back and taking the lead, winning the game. I don't remember the exact circumstances. But I know what he said after was he was fine with it because of when it was in the game, who it was bunting, and just the situation.
Danny Nobler, the book, Unwritten Bat Flips, The Fun Police and Baseball's New Future, available everywhere, Amazon.com, etc. Danny, always great talking to you. Thanks so much for the time, and good luck with the book.
Thanks so much for having me on. It's been great to be on with you guys again. Wow. That great memory.
Flashback.
Absolutely.
All right, Danny Noble here, 97.1 The Ticket.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Danner Boots. The Tigers dropped their fifth in a row as they lose a 3-2 10-inning decision to the Pittsburgh Pirates last night in the finale of that two-game interleague series at Comerica Park. After the game, manager Ron Gardenhire talked with reporters about the loss and about the skid.
We had a lead. We just gave it up. We didn't pitch as good at the end this time, and right now it's kind of one thing goes and the other thing comes, and then we just got to get them all going together. And you know what? These guys aren't going to quit in there. They're frustrated. They're trying. Believe me, they're giving everything they can have.
Next up for the Tigers, they'll open up a weekend series later today against the Chicago White Sox. First pitch in Game 1 is at 1:10, right here on the ticket. The Milwaukee Bucks grab a 2-0 lead in their best-of-7 first-round playoff series against the Pistons, thanks to a 120-99 win last night in Milwaukee. Point guard Eric Bledsoe would lead the way for the Bucks with a game-high 27 points and 6 assists. Game 3 of that best-of-7 series Saturday night at Little Caesars Arena. Other finals from the NBA playoffs last night. Houston zips past Utah 118-98. Boston knocks off Indiana 99-91. The Jazz and Pacers now trail in those best-of-7 series 2-0. Over in the Stanley Cup playoffs, Colorado edges past Calgary in overtime 3-2 to take a 3-1 lead in that series. Dallas defeats Nashville 5-1. Boston outlasts Toronto 6-4. Those two series are now all tied up at 2 games each. The Lions will hit the road to start the 2019 season as they'll take on the Arizona Cardinals in the opener for both of those teams September 8th in Arizona. The Lions will make just one appearance in primetime this season, Monday night, October 14th against the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field, while the Chicago Bears will provide the opposition for Detroit in the annual Thanksgiving Day game at Ford Field. On the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, go to 971theticket.com.
Touchdown, Lakers!
On 97.1 The Ticket.
All right, Jamie and Stoney on 97.1 The Ticket on this Thursday morning. Good morning. Hope everyone's having a good start to their day.
We are. Good. Tony mentioned the schedule release